Man, what a win. I tell you what, the fans here in Sacramento, unbelievable. I mean, the energy that they bring to the building every night. You know, you can mistake some of these regular season games for playoff games just because of the energy that they bring to the big building. And I know I appreciate it, our staff appreciates it, and especially the guys do too, because there are lulls in the game where you get a little tired, or you might have this bump or that bruise or whatever it may be, and just to feel their energy is something special. It's gotten us over the hump numerous times, and we want that to continue. We know it will, because the fans here are special. But I thought our pace was really good in the second half. You know, we kept pushing the ball even after their makes. We pushed that ball, Fox would get it in bounds real quick, or Domas, and we didn't always bring it on the dribble. We advanced it with the pass a couple of times and hit some big shots before their defense had a chance to get set. And I thought playing with that pace, not just tonight, but even last night a couple of nights ago, was fantastic. Got a lot of contributions. You know, Foxy's dunk was electric. It was amazing. I don't know how he did it. He had a big night for us with a double-double. Kevin, he shot the mess out of the basketball tonight. He was big for us, going 6 of 10 from the three-point line. And Domas, how do you go 12 for 12? You know, the way he does, shooting a few threes on top of that. You know, he had almost another triple-double, but those three guys were just big for us. And then, you know, off the bench, Davion was huge. He was our defensive player of the game, but he was huge. I thought Trey was huge. He had 8 rebounds for us. And then Rashawn gave us some great minutes. And so to get the type of punch that we're getting off the bench, you know, last game it was Malik. This game, not necessarily scoring, but Rashawn and Trey and Davion were huge together off the bench. But to get that type of punch off the bench is just fun to be a part of. And then lastly, I just thought, you know, our ability to crash the glass and turn any offensive rebound we got into points was big. The 16 second chance points off of 10 offensive rebounds, as you guys know, you know, the biggest one or two offensive rebounds was right before Kevin's 3. So just a tremendous job hitting the glass tonight and coming up with timely offensive rebounds that helped us either A, stay in the game, or B, take the lead for good.
You mentioned those second, third chance opportunities. None were bigger than that one before Kevin hits that 3. What did you just see in that sequence for you guys?
I saw our guys being relentless. You know, I thought Foxy got his hand on one. I thought Thomas got his hand maybe on the other. And so it was just a will to go get it. And, you know, when you see that, you know, again, that's the competitive spirit that you want to see night in and night out, because that in itself can help you win games. You know, you can end up playing an ugly game, but if your competitive spirit's there, if you compete, you're going to have a good chance to win.
James.
Yeah, Mike, 30 points in 30 minutes for her, and that's a career high. Is it surprising to you that that's his career high? Because he's such a great shooter. It seems like he would have hit that mark before now.
Yes, that's surprising. When you said that, I was like, well, that's his career high? No, that's very surprising to me. Obviously, he shoots the ball very well. Not only does he shoot it well, you know, he can score from all 3 levels. So that more so is the surprising thing for me. But you know, he had some great looks tonight. Nothing bigger than the go-ahead bucket, and you know, just his efficiency was something to be talked about.
Mike, with your perspective coming from Golden State, how important is this kind of gritty home win to developing into a perennial playoff and maybe one day championship caliber program?
You need to find ways to win like this, because, again, you know, we're at the stage now where we have to understand, you know, what consistency means in this business. And, you know, you throw out the record, yes, you wanna win a lot of games and all that, but it's more about building consistent habits on both sides of the ball. And we're good enough to where if we can be consistent with what our responsibilities are, offensively and defensively, with our staples on both sides of the ball, we're gonna win a lot of games, so the wins and losses will take care of itself. So building that consistency takes a mental focus, a mental toughness, a discipline that we're starting to show, I think, at this point in the season. And it'd be great to see if we can have some carryover versus some good teams coming up on the road here.
Jason? Mike, two things. Number one, Domas playing the way he did with the thumb. How impressive is that? And then secondly, Fox's just finishing ability. This is 4 games in a row. He's had 10 or more in the fourth quarter. You've seen it repeatedly throughout the year.
Yeah, I thought Foxy struggled to find the mark with the scoring early on, but we ran him a long time. I don't think he came out in that fourth, and we put him back in towards the end of the third, so he probably ran, 13, 14 straight minutes, maybe more. And to see him be able to hit big shot after big shot after big shot down the stretch when they know the ball's in his hands, and I think he's probably the best clutch player, statistically right now in the league. And with the defense knowing that, him still being able to give us great looks from the floor was phenomenal. And then with Domas, I don't think many things are going to surprise me with that man anymore. He just, I say it all the time, he's one of the toughest guys I've been around. He's so skilled. We do so much through him. He impacts the game in a ton of different ways, and defensively, he's becoming really good at what we're asking him to do. So there's nothing that I don't think Domas can do now that would surprise me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if he got a quadruple double, where he had 10 blocks, 15 assists, 30 points, and 17 rebounds, that might surprise me.
Mike, we see it every now and then in the NBA where a team starts to win that it hasn't in a while, and they kind of capture the soul of a city and its fan base. Beyond just the win and loss turnaround that you've instilled here, how special is it when you start to feel the turnaround of a city's culture and of a fan base's culture, the way it seems to be happening here right now?
Well, I tell you, I said this earlier about our fans in this building. Not just in the building, when you walk around town, whether it's downtown or out where I live, out in the suburbs, people are excited, and you can feel their passion, and you can feel them wanting to walk around with their chest puffed out and saying, hey, this is our team, this is Sacktown, this is Sacramento. And so to be able to feel that from a group of people that have a history of being terrific in the first place, and I'm going back to when I used to come in here as an assistant coach back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, it was phenomenal back then. And so to give these people something to cheer about again just reminds you how special it was back in the day, because this place can be off the charts, and it's all about the people of Sacramento that make it that way. And I'm just glad to be a part of what we got going right now.
Michael, what did you make of the challenge that Markkanen offered you guys with his scoring performance tonight, and particularly down the stretch when he was getting a lot of those buckets?
He's freaking good. He's 7 feet, and he moves like a guard. He shoots it like a guard. He's strong. He's athletic. A guy like that, you just try to make him work as best you can, and sometimes he's going to have one of those nights, even if he has to work. When that happens, you hope that, Clarkson doesn't get 28, You know, Conley doesn't get 16, you know, Sexton doesn't get 22, you know, that you go down the line and, because they have guys that are capable of getting anywhere from 16 to 26 points a night on top of marketing. That's a veteran team. You know, a lot of people say it's a young team. You look out there and Olenek's a veteran, you know, Parks is a veteran, Conley's a veteran, you know, Rudy Gay's a veteran. And then you got guys that have been in the league 4 or 5 years that have played in the playoff, from Malik Beasley, you know, to Vanderbilt. That's a good basketball team right there. And then you throw marketing on top of that, and the job that Will Hardy's doing. It's a big win for us, but marketing makes that group special, along with the rest of their guys. Thank you, guys.